just going to see what happens today. We're going to use this is a basic freebie micro tower buster that we include in orders. We're going to include one of those on the bottom and one of these on the top and put it in the freezer for about 5-6 hours. Now, we also got a couple of Masaru Emoto's books, and we are just totally obsessed with tones, energy, intent, frequency, words, and their effect on water molecules, water crystals. So we just wrote love and gratitude and taped it on there. Can't hurt, right? So we'll see what happens once we place this into the freezer, and we'll take it out in about 5 or 6 hours. Now, when you do these kind of tests, you have to do a control sample. So we'll do one after that with no orgonite, obviously. And you have to do one of these tests with a thick enough glass, because the glass can crack. Try not to leave it in there for longer than 5 or 6 hours. Sometimes I do it overnight for like 8 or 9 hours, and then everything cracks and you don't get as accurate of a test. So, and another thing we're doing is, this is our Orgonized water filter. So we use distilled water, but sometimes we go fill up at those glacier stations. And so we run it through the filter, just, kind of a final step. And so this is basically the glacier water, goes through that ceramic filter, and then it goes through the earth filter, 4 stages. And we wrote and taped these words on the back on the other side here. You can see, again, we just started reading these Emoto books, and we're going to really get into this because we are 70% water, and our planet Earth, the plane of Earth, is 70% water as well. So water is everything. Water is life. And so we wrote love and gratitude over there, health and vitality over here, peace and joy over here, and abundance and prosperity over here. If we are mostly water, and the earth is mostly water, and water picks up on intentions, words, frequencies, vibrations, and creates beautiful, beautiful, elaborate, sacred geometrical crystals that are like blooming flowers, then we want to make sure we are putting the best energy into our water. And because that water is going into us, and our energy goes into the world. So we're gonna, just kind of wanted to show you that aspect as well. So let's see what happens with this Orgonite water test. And we have to do a control sample after this one, and we'll show the results. There's our Tree of Life microwave protector. So we have 338. We put these in at 9, so 6.5 hours. Let's see what happened with this organized sample here. It's taking out. This is live taking out. We have not looked at it yet, so we don't know what's going on with this sample. Whoa, but we can see stalactites and stalagmites already. As you can see, we have, one that was below it, one was above it. And let's see what we have here. And let's get this in better lighting. We're going to take it outside here in a second and see what we can see. But let's do that right now. 1 sec. All right, it's melting in the sun, and we could see those stalactite, stalagmite formations that always show up. And we definitely see some sort of vortex in the middle. And you could see the stalactite, stalagmites right here on the bottom, just kind of definitely an energetic presence. Those formations looking like it's just got, when you fry yourself, you electrify yourself and your hair frizzes out. It's kind of like that. So let's see, and you can see the love and gratitude we put on there. All right, so there we go. So there's kind of a clear picture you can see of the middle part, and the stalactites just shooting out of the bottom, top, sides, everywhere.
So as it melts in the sun, I'm hoping I can take it out and actually look at it. It'll be a little easier, so there's no, just a little clearer. And you can see, though, this looks very similar to our previous tests, although the vortex looks thicker in the middle. And I wonder if that's just because we have two on it this time. Instead of, in the past, we've just done one on top or one below it. But this time we have one on top. And plus we have the words love and gratitude too, so I'm not sure if that makes it the vortex bigger. I'm not sure, but I would probably bet that it would show up if we looked through a microscope with some beautiful sacred geometrical formations like Emoto has done. But we can see energetic signature inside. And a vortex with the stalactite, stalagmite formations coming off of. Okay, we're ready to put the control sample in the freezer for 6.5 hours, same amount of time as the other one. And we're going to leave the blessing on there as well, just to make sure it's an accurate control sample. But obviously we're going to not include these Orgone devices. And we're going to see what happens. We're going to take these out. 6.5 hours is 11 o'clock. Check back then. Okay, 6 hours later. It's 11 o'clock at night. And we are live. We are going to take out the sample. We have not touched it. As you can see, there's no orgonite down there, no orgonite on top. So let's see what our sample looks like. Whoa, very different. Very different. So, very different. We don't see any sort of vortex in the middle. And I don't see any stalactite, stalagmite formations on the bottom. Nothing there. Maybe a little bit of something. We do have a lot of orgonite in the area, but there was nothing localized here. So, as we can see, the control sample is not showing much of an energetic signature. There's the bottom. So yeah, I don't see, those aren't stalactites. Nope. Wow, amazing, amazing. The water never lies. The water never lies. This is true in many other areas of life and about the nature of our world. The water never lies. When it's around life force energy, it shows an energetic signature, a vortex, and stalactites, stalagmites. And without any Orgone energy around, it's void of that life force, that energetic signature. Now I get a better look in the light out here in the lab. And as you can see, there are 0 stalactites, stalagmites, and 0 vortex in the middle. It is just frozen water. It's just frozen water. That is crazy. And we've seen this before, so it's not surprising, but for some reason on the last test we did, there was a little bit of a vortex, and I think that was because we had orgonite in the fridge and I didn't realize it, and we've since taken that out. So makes sense, and I really wasn't positive on that, but this validates it. So without any orgonite in the fridge or freezer, it is void of the vortex. This is the evidence.
So you can see that there is a definite contrast. I mean, do you see any sort of vortex or stalagmites? We obviously don't, and we did. And this has been replicated numerous times when we do these tests, numerous times. Many other people have done these tests too. Now, the previous one, like I said, I had Orgonite in the fridge, and I didn't realize until afterwards. I thought that it was because I had pulse pyramids everywhere, until I realized recently that, wait, I had Orgonite in the fridge. So it was picking up on the Orgonite in the fridge the last time. Not so much the pulse pyramids, I don't think, because we still have pulse pyramids around now, but basically this test proves that when you have localized Orgonite, it's going to affect stronger. So keep Orgonite on your appliances, on your person, on your electronics, and near you, because it has a localized effect on the water. And this is just another proof of that.